I've got a very random fucking whatever video, I don't know what you call it at this point. I've had some news recently that's positive and negative, and it's quite big really. It means that things can possibly change now, and that's for the better, I think. I say I think because I don't know how the exactly thing works in my mind where I have a high mood and a low mood. Because the high mood feels great, it makes me feel invincible, and I often don't want it to go away, and then suddenly it just switches off and I don't realise it most of the time. I only realise it when there's a triggering thing, and it does trigger me. I've been led to believe that it's being triggered every time, but I don't think it is. I don't think there's anything significant enough that can do that, really. And there's fireworks outside, nice. I think there's fireworks. It's dumb. But anyway, the interesting thing is that I've finally been diagnosed with multiple things. First thing that I got was Crohn's disease. Not IBD or colitis apparently, but just Crohn's disease. And that's quite a revelation, but at the same time it's worrying because I'm still having problems after the treatment. And it's a bit like, what the fuck is going on? But apparently that can be stress, and if my stress is that bad, I think something's wrong with where I'm living. It's not severe, but it's not great. I hate to be picky and stuff, but that's in my nature. There are things I'd rather have over other things, but noise is something that I try to get away from for years, and the fact it's come back essentially made it really hard to cope. And the noise isn't traffic this time, it's just people and things. Even though living out in the middle of nowhere is going to be uncomfortable, like, I'd rather hear your car and shit than just be around someone who's loud. It's a no-brainer to me, because the person who's like going to be loud is not going to be there all the time. I mean, the person is going to be there all the time, but the car isn't. The car's going to move on, it's going to do stuff. And that's why I think it's probably better to just be somewhere that there is noise. And I won't want somewhere silent anyway, not because I'm greedy, but or even if it's optimal, but it's because I like to know that the world is still moving. Because I just hate to wake up one day and be all alone. That's quite a terrifying thought. So, yeah. I've got a weird issue with my inhalers. They keep making me cough and get itchy in my throat. I don't know why I've got it now. Anyway. Fuck's sake, it's actually hard to speak with this. So the Crohn's disease is getting quote-unquote treatment, and I have another test Monday as of this video. That'll be the 20th. That'll determine whether I can take the treatment or not, even though it's probably not Crohn's disease I have. Stress, and yeah. I have to try it to see, because it could be quite positively impactful. Like it could, I think it had permanent effects if it did work. So it's worth a try to me, and the side effects probably ignorable for the most part, but will impact me. I'm trying to think. So other than Crohn's disease, there is another thing. I've got official mental health diagnoses now. I don't know what the plural is for that. Um, well, it's official because I went to the doctors and basically arranged a treatment for it. Essentially, I have PDD, which is a type of autism, apparently. And then I have OCD. That's been confirmed, and that's been a relief because I knew I've had it for a while. I just didn't know if it was real because I need it confirmed. I just need it confirmed, that's it really. Yeah, very much. It's a relief overall, that's all I can say. And the other thing is, was it panic disorder? Yeah, panic disorder. I actually don't know what that is. I know by the sounds of it, it sounds obvious, but I was just wondering. Panic disorder, frequent unexpected panic attacks, yep, that sounds right. And characterised with either fear, discomfort, or sense of losing self-control or control when there is no clear danger or trigger. Yeah, that sounds right. And then I have social anxiety disorder, which I kind of knew I had, but I have a different issue with autism where I'm just mute most of the time. I can't control that. It's one of the worst things about autism, actually. And I kind of want to change, but at the same time, I only want to change it so I can help people with it. Maybe I need to try that, think about them when I do it. Because I actually don't know any autistic people who. I've never ever known an autistic person who's like gone mute, barely speaks, and it sucks because I feel quite alone. And this is the problem with suppose segregation. I need to look up segregation. Segregation. Yeah, saying someone was like apart from others. Yeah, segregation. But people just, I don't know, they segregate the people with learning disabilities from the people without. And I think this is always going to be detrimental because people are not going to enjoy life if they're not interacting with other people. Exactly. Some can enjoy it, but not everyone with a learning disability is going to be, oh, I like Peppa Pig and Postman Pat. Adults can like them as well, but the point is, if you categorise people like that, where they have less intelligence or knowledge than other people, it's not going to be a happy world for everyone because there are people like them who are intelligent and lots of interests, but they can share experiences still, hobbies and stuff, and I just don't get it with people. Like, there's nothing special with people with learning disabilities. It's how they is. You just need to. I don't know what you call it. Like, obviously, you help them. You speak on a level that they can understand. That's important. That's of course what we should do for everyone. Just try to reach their level in some way to help them. Just make things easier, but you need to treat them like people as well. That's enough of that rant. So yeah, the next thing that is actually really important is the final thing, actually. I officially have a diagnosis for my type of depression called dysthymia. Sounds cool, but I don't like the looks of it because I have every symptom. Fuck. It came as a surprise to me because every single diagnosis that I've looked up for types of depression, I never came across dysthymia. And I'm confused because that should have come up. Why didn't it? I'm just baffled that it took this long to get that simple diagnosis. Like, it's not multi-layered. That's 5 things, and that's not a big deal, really. I'd imagine that's quite average. I don't know. Don't care either. But it should have been diagnosed immediately, and it wasn't. Just disheartened in a sense, because it sucks. It shouldn't have taken this long. Like, I really needed this diagnosis, and it's finally happened, and yeah. I'll say I'm not all that happy with it, really, because I should have known much sooner, really. It fucking sucks. I've so much relief now, but it would have been better to have it before my fucking hopes were destroyed. And because I didn't get the diagnosis, obviously, I don't have any hope anymore. I don't know what to do, because I've got a treatment I'm going to try soon, but I don't have any hope for it. Enough hope for much, really. And this is why you don't leave people waiting, and why you don't fuck them around. Because you're just going to kill people, really. The NHS is a genocide cult. I'm going to say it. There's no hiding it. It's just a genocide cult. If you're a part of it, you're involved in it. That's it. Doesn't matter how nice you are, you're still part of it. It's a shitty system, it's failing. I know the government doesn't acknowledge it, but the government's Tory, so how do you expect them to? They don't have ears. They have dicks, and that's all that matters, apparently. It's just frustrating, really, the sort of world we live in. But anyway, those are the main bits, really. The diagnosis and stuff. So I'm getting both these things treated. It could go well, I don't know. I'm just fed up with treatments at this point, because it should have been addressed a long time ago. Again. I'm so fed up with it. I'm not thrilled anymore, because there's other issues on top of it, like, I even brought up in the fucking thing that I struggle with loneliness, and I guess what I got told. I'm entitled to a support worker. And I was supposed to get that through the fucking service I went through initially. I think I've looked it up, actually, I don't know. What's the place I went to NHS from? Because that would explain so much. Explain the incompetence, I don't know. The NHS probably stands for not helping someone. That's the most logical fucking conclusion for their bloody name. Yeah, I think that's everything we've got to talk about. Probably end it here. I could do updates, actually. I'm slightly going off TF2, and I'm going to play Deep Rock Galactic for the maintenance update. And with TF2, it's just, I feel so fucking garbage at the moment. It's been such quite a while, actually, since I played. It's been over a week, I think. For some reason I feel stupidly rusty. I'm not really feeling the gameplay too well. I've still got some things to get if I can, but I don't know. I also have this fear of the item service just disappearing one day. Which it probably can happen. That's gonna suck, really. But also, like, Valve are probably gonna get sued, like, for billions for that, so In a sense, I'm safe when I know that. Because they won't let billions disappear. What else? What else? Don't know, actually. Yeah, I'm thinking of looking into volunteer work again. I looked into it initially, but they gave me a stupid fucking volunteering job, and it's one that I didn't want. There's one that I think I told them that I couldn't do. It sucked. I wasn't doing that, but I think I'll get into contact with another service and look into that. Although this other service said they don't do it, and that's confusing to me. When I went there for assessment, they said they could do that. And I'm being told they don't now. I don't know anymore. This world is fucking burning, so yeah, you deserve it, to be honest. I just can't stand hatred and people who just harm others. We all have our down moments, but at the same time, even if you're not feeling it, you need to somehow bring out the best in you. That's what I've tried to do. I just find that hatred and insults is such a waste of time anyway. You don't need them, they don't do anything. You need to be smart about things, really. That's it, yeah. That'll probably be the last mental health update for a while. As you can see, it's not perfect. But I do feel my mind deteriorating a bit is something I've got to mention. The people who need to know it anyway. I just feel like I'm losing my memory and not processing things, and I've got stutters that weren't there before. And it's getting just worrying, really. Like, it's not brain fog from vegan diet. I don't know what it is, because the blood tests come up fine. The only thing I'm lowering is iron, and that's... Well, I'm addressing it myself, because the NHS won't fucking help. They'd never bring it up, and they should, but they don't. So I don't know what I can do about that. Just seems to ship with instructions as well, and that seems to be a universal thing. That's that, really. Nothing else to talk about, so farewell.